There is a Bitcoin signal that has just flashed that is 100% right every time since the beginning and inception of Bitcoin, and is implying a parabolic move for Bitcoin. Also, there is an event coming up today in a couple of hours that is going to influence the markets, and there is an event potentially coming tomorrow that is also apparently, or maybe, or most likely, if coming true, influencing heavily the price of the crypto market. So today we are going to do something a little bit different because we haven't done Crypto Morning Coffee. We are going to do a very small and fast Bitcoin and crypto update here, very uncut and with only a couple of big important points here. So if you enjoy these quick emergency updates, then smash up the like button right now. Let me know through the like button or let me know through comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you do not want to miss any of these updates. And with that out of the way, we jump right into those updates. And as you can see here on my screen, this is from Mustache, but I think it's very important. There is the true strength indicator. This true strength indicator is implying a massive move for Bitcoin, basically the start of a parabolic move every time that it flashes on a bullish cross. And you see the 3 yellow dots here for this true strength indicator, and basically there are only 3 of them in the entire history of Bitcoin, and they have flashed right now just for a 3rd time. And if we're looking at Bitcoin right now, we are actually at this point in time anticipating an event that is coming up in about 4 hours from the making of this video. Probably by the uploading it will be only 2 hours out or something like that. But the market is positively expecting that movement. It is breaking out of this flag, and this flag should take us, as if we measure a price target here. So we have readjusted this flag because the first breakout just did not happen. This should take us, if we take this breakout, to roughly 36,500 or so. And right now this breakout is being attempted. We don't know. This close will be in 2.5 hours, and right now we can see that there is something like a sell-off happening. But anyways, if we are switching on the Bitcoin chart to the monthly, we can look at this true strength indicator, as you can see here with all my price targets of the bottoms. We have this true strength indicator here coming in, and we see also, if we are looking at it, that we have 2 basically signals flashing, and here are our parabolic moves. But there is a little bit more to this, because if we put a red color, also we have the bearish crosses here, also only 2 of them. By the way, I have switched this here to yellow with to red, which I shouldn't, but we have also the bearish crosses in here, as you can see. And these bearish crosses, if you look, are basically telling us when the bear market starts. And also here we basically have the bearish cross when the bear market really started. And now, as we can see for the 3rd time, this cross implies that there is a big move coming in for Bitcoin here, potentially leading us to the top that we placed roughly around 135,000 US dollars in our anticipation. And there are 2 catalysts that are driving the prices right now. I mean, if we go back to our 4-hourly here and looking at this breakout of the flag, right now at the point of making this video, we are breaking back into it. So the market is being played heavily right now. If we go to the hourly, we can see that this would at this point in time break back, but we don't know. Probably when the video comes out, this will look very different, but we can see right in the minute when I'm making it that prices are breaking back into the structure. We will see. There are 2.5 hours left to close above it, but you see price action is going wild right now. And the reason for this is that Jerome Powell basically and the rest of the Fed will decide if there is another rate hike or not. And as we can see right now, the market is expecting another rate hike only with 0.8%. So this is the CME watch tool, Fed meeting watch tool, and the Fed meeting is from making this video 4.5 hours out, and that is why the price action is going crazy right now. So when you're watching this video, probably the decision is not made. If you're wondering why everything is going crazy, that's it. But actually, the Fed is expected to hold the rate stable and not really do anything about it. Now, there's one other thing that is coming up, and this could be the most important thing of them all if something is coming out, and that is not basically confirmed yet, and that is that Grayscale is sitting down tomorrow, November the 2nd, with the Fed to discuss some talking points around the conversion of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into an ETF. And here we see highlighted, if we open this up so you can see that as well a little bit better, that two important talking points are basically the institution and settlement of administrative proceedings and resolution of litigation claims. So the outcome of that meeting could technically be that the SEC has to approve a conversion of the Grayscale Trust into a Bitcoin ETF, and if that would happen, they also have to allow all the other Bitcoin ETFs. So here from the same guy, legal thread that we should look into in the next 2 minutes. So let's see what it is, and there is a lot of legal gibberish that from Germany is even harder to understand, but I think the essence becomes really clear when we work our way through this Bitcoin trust basically thread. So GBTC was disapproved because NYSE ARCA has not met its burden, that its proposal is consistent with the requirements of 6b5, which requires it to be designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and to protect investors and public interest. That's the argument that basically the SEC makes. So that is this reasoning, but we can see here now the SEC has already provided the path to 19b4 approval, as the Commission has explained. An exchange that lists Bitcoin-based ETP can meet its obligation under blah 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 by demonstrating that the exchange has a comprehensive SSA with a regulated market of significant size. And this is very important, with a regulated market of significant size. So right now, basically, it's important that GBTC proves that their market is of significant size. So here, Scott Johnson, who made this thread, says, I mentioned this point in my thread covering the Grayscale ruling, highlighting its importance. And we will see here, and Grayscale lawyers later highlighted the exact same reference in their letter to the SEC about a week following the ruling. We see the same paragraph has been highlighted here. And we see here, so in my opinion, he says, it is clear this is the limited field of play the SEC can use to deny 19b4 and survive judicial scrutiny. And we see here further, the SEC acknowledges NYSE ARCA has an SSA with the CME. The CME BTC futures market is related to Grayscale's spot proposal, and the CME is adequately regulated. So this is the CME here is futures market. Bear with me here, it will make sense. So basically they have to prove that this futures market is a relevant market. So as the DC Sir says, the only dispute is whether the CME market for Bitcoin futures is a market of significant size. So he says here, okay, walls closing in. To deny 19b4, the SEC must deny on the basis of significant markets test. Important to note, the SEC cannot just erase the administrative record here. Their various rulings, past and present, must form a coherent whole. So it's interesting because the SEC must basically deny in a coherent manner and say that the market, this futures market, Bitcoin futures market, is not a significant market. So luckily for us, the DC Circuit also has made it very clear the rules of play for the SEC when it comes to analyzing the application of the significant markets test to GBTC and other spot Bitcoin ETFs. Yeah, and then basically we should, because there's a lot of arguments here, but there is a conclusion that we should jump to, and that is, so the ground rules is must deny through SIG markets test, which is a market test to determine if it's a significant market, which is substantive. Denial must give an adequate explanation for approving futures, but not spot procedural. And then denial must assume spot ETF, spot futures closely correlated, and CME SSA has same likelihood to detect fraud in spot futures. So everything of this argumentation, although I'm not a legal guy, nor am I from the US to understand everything, but from what I understand here is that the SEC has very, very little room here in this grayscale filing to deny a spot Bitcoin ETF. And if they do, they can get into legal trouble, because then they have less grounds when they have to approve the other Bitcoin ETFs, and then they have to justify why they denied the one from Grayscale, and they have to do everything in coherent manner with the other basically approvals that they already gave to the futures ETFs. And as futures ETFs and spot ETFs are very likely a very coherent and a very similar market, basically there's no wiggle room anymore for them to delay this. So what does this mean? According to this guy here, to Scott Johnson, tomorrow there could be already a very decisive moment for an ETF approval. And we have seen that whales have been allocating a lot of money to the exchanges. We see that when we are looking at the whale account. So all in all, there could be something coming up, although this is very hard speculation right now, and nothing, it can be an absolute nothing burger. There could be that these talks lead into nothing tomorrow, but they give us a little bit of an insight into the future. Now, if you enjoy these smaller updates for Bitcoin and the crypto market, then smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and let me know what you think about all of this, or if you understand more than I do from this legal stuff. But I really wanted to get this out, even though we did not have a live stream in the morning. So wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon, and I see you in the next Crypto Morning Coffee just tomorrow. Bye.